Airlines are quietly sitting on a treasure chest of perks they'd rather you never notice, especially if you're 60 or older. Most travelers shuffle through airports believing every extra comfort costs a fortune. But what if I told you the golden era of travel isn't behind you? It's right now? With a little insider knowledge, you can unlock smoother check-ins, stress-free security, cheaper tickets, and even VIP-style treatment, without paying a single extra dollar. Here's the truth. Senior travelers hold the keys to a hidden world of benefits that can make every flight easier, cheaper, and far more comfortable. The problem? Airlines don't advertise them. They quietly hope you'll stay in the dark, keep paying the fees, and never realize how much power you actually have. That changes today. We've uncovered 10 secret airport and airline perks most seniors miss. And trust me, the #1 perk will completely change the way you think about airports forever. Let's start the countdown and unlock your golden travel era. Perk 10: Senior-only parking and ground transport secrets. Here's something airlines will never mention, but your wallet and your knees will absolutely thank you for. Many airports across the US and abroad quietly offer discounted or even free parking options for senior travelers. It doesn't always show up on the big neon price boards, but if you ask at the information desk or check the special assistance section of the airport website, you might find lower daily rates or dedicated senior lots tucked away like hidden treasure. But it gets better. Senior discounts don't stop at the curb. Airport shuttle services often slash their fares for passengers over 60, making those long rides from off-site parking lots or nearby hotels a lot friendlier to your budget. And once you're inside the terminal, you don't have to drag yourself from one gate to the next. Many airports operate free buggy or cart rides for senior passengers. Just ask at the gate or information desk and someone will whisk you across the terminal while everyone else is getting their steps in. It's like having your own airport Uber, minus the bill. So before you even set foot on the plane, you've already saved money and energy, but that's only the beginning of the journey. Perk 9: Flexible ticket changes and medical cancellation waivers. Here's a perk airlines would rather keep tucked away in the fine print. We've all heard the horror stories: a sudden illness, a doctor's appointment that can't wait, or a health flare-up the night before your trip, followed by a sky-high cancellation fee. But for senior travelers, the rules aren't always as rigid as the airlines want you to think. Quietly, many carriers offer what's called compassion consideration. If you're over 60 and face a genuine medical issue, airlines often waive the usual change or cancellation penalties. Instead of slamming you with a $200 fee, they may issue a voucher for future travel or allow a one-time change at no extra cost. Some even extend this courtesy to your travel companion if you were booked on the same itinerary. The trick? You have to ask, kindly but clearly. Explain that you're a senior passenger with medical concerns, and request options for rescheduling. Documentation from a doctor can strengthen your case, but many airlines won't require it if you're straightforward. So instead of losing money when life gets unpredictable, you can keep your travel budget intact. But what if you don't want to cancel? You want to bring someone along? That's where the next perk really shines. Perk 8: Companion travel benefits. Traveling is always better with company, and airlines know it. What most seniors don't realize is that some carriers quietly offer companion perks designed just for you. These aren't always front and center on the website, but they exist if you know where to look. For example, certain airlines run companion fare programs where a partner, spouse, or even a friend can fly at a steep discount when booked with a senior ticket. On long-haul international flights, these savings can easily reach hundreds of dollars. Others bundle it inside their senior travel packages, which may include free seat selection, bonus miles, or even hotel and transport discounts when you're traveling together. Why do airlines do this? Because they know travel is more enjoyable and often easier when seniors don't fly alone. And while younger travelers may have to dig for promo codes, seniors can sometimes unlock these benefits just by calling customer service and asking directly. Think of it as a hidden +1 pass that lets you bring a loved one along for less. Whether it's your partner, your best friend, or even a grandchild, this perk turns a solo journey into a shared adventure. Traveling with company is nice, but what about your bags? That's where the next perk can save you even more stress. Perk 7: The lounge access secret. Most seniors miss. Picture this. Instead of cramming into a noisy gate area, fighting for a seat near an outlet, You're sitting in a quiet lounge with free coffee, soft chairs, and a calm space to recharge before your flight. Sounds like something only first-class passengers get, right? Here's the secret. Seniors have more ways to step inside those lounges than airlines ever admit. Many lounges quietly allow access for passengers with medical needs or mobility considerations. If you're managing medication schedules, need a calm space to rest, or simply want to avoid the chaos, you can ask staff about accommodation options. Some travelers even report being given complimentary lounge passes during long delays when they politely mentioned age-related needs. And if you're a veteran, there are hidden programs that extend free lounge access without you ever flashing a premium credit card. Airlines don't go out of their way to advertise this. It's not profitable for them. But with the right phrasing like, "I'm a senior traveler with medical considerations. Are there any accommodation options available during my layover?" Doors often open. The best part? You're not demanding, you're informing, and that makes staff more likely to help. But the lounge is just the beginning. There's another senior perk that can save you from one of the biggest money traps in air travel: baggage fees. Perk 6. The hidden baggage loopholes. Airlines hope you forget. Airlines make billions every year by charging people for luggage. But here's the catch. Seniors actually have more ways to dodge those fees than almost anyone else. The problem? Most travelers never hear about them. If you're a veteran, many airlines quietly waive baggage fees altogether. You just have to add your veteran status to your frequent flyer profile or mention it at booking. And it doesn't stop there. Any medical equipment like CPAP machines, mobility aids, or even small cooling bags for medications doesn't count toward your regular baggage allowance. That means you can bring them on board or check them for free. It gets even better if you're traveling with someone else. Some carriers extend senior companion perks that include free bags for your travel partner, even if they're not a senior themselves. Imagine saving both of you $60 or more on every trip, just by asking the right question at check-in. Here's the insider trick. When dropping off your luggage, don't just say, "This is my bag." Instead, say, "I'm a senior traveler, and I'm checking in medical-related items. Are there accommodations available for this?" That single sentence can unlock fee waivers that the airline would never advertise. But as great as saving on baggage is, there's something even more valuable: comfort. And with the right approach, seniors can move from cramped middle seats to much better spots without paying a dime. Perk 5. The quiet path to free seat upgrades. Picture this. You're boarding a long flight, and instead of being squeezed into a stiff middle seat, you find yourself with extra legroom, or even a window seat with nobody beside you. Sounds like luck, right? Not quite. Seniors often have more upgrade opportunities than airlines let on. Here's how it works. Many carriers quietly prioritize seniors for open seats in premium rows, especially if you politely ask at the gate. Flight attendants are human. They notice when someone might need a bit more comfort, and they'd rather move you up front than deal with complaints later. Another hidden trick? Timing. Arrive early, mention your age and any comfort needs when checking in, and you increase your chances of being shifted into better seats. Sometimes, even boarding later works. Airlines shuffle people around to balance the cabin, and seniors are often chosen for those surprise moves. And don't underestimate the power of loyalty programs. Even without thousands of miles banked, seniors are sometimes given courtesy upgrades as a goodwill gesture, especially on less crowded flights. Here's a phrase you can use. Are there any available seats closer to the front that would make it easier for me to get on and off? That small ask can unlock a free comfort boost, because while bags and fees are one thing, comfort in the air is priceless. And speaking of comfort, what if you could avoid the stress of crowded gates altogether? That's where the next perk comes in. Perk 4. Priority boarding, the stress-free shortcut. Few seniors use. Airports are noisy, crowded, and a little chaotic, especially at the gate when everyone rushes to board like it's a Black Friday sale. But what if you didn't have to stand in line, elbow to elbow, waiting to squeeze down the aisle? Here's the quiet truth. Seniors often qualify for early boarding, even if it's not written on your ticket. Many airlines tuck this perk into the special services category, right alongside families with kids or passengers needing assistance. All you have to do is ask at the gate, "Do you offer early boarding for senior travelers?" You'd be surprised how often the answer is yes. The benefit goes way beyond skipping a line. Priority boarding means you get first pick of overhead bin space, no juggling bags at the last minute. You can settle into your seat calmly, without people bumping your armrests or rushing past you. It's like pressing the pause button on airport stress. And here's a bonus. Some seniors say they've even been given extra time at connecting gates, where staff quietly guide them through early boarding before the crowd gathers. That small window of peace makes the entire flight smoother, because once you're seated, you're not just saving energy, you're saving patience. And speaking of saving, the next hidden advantage might surprise you. It's about fares and why picking up the phone can sometimes unlock deals the internet hides from you. Perk 3. Secret fare discounts. Why calling beats clicking. Here's something the internet doesn't want you to know. Not every deal is online. Airlines quietly keep certain discounts tucked away, available only if you pick up the phone. Seniors in particular sometimes qualify for reduced fares or flexible ticket options, but those offers never show up on booking websites. Imagine this. You're about to book a $420 flight online. You pause, call the airline directly, and simply ask, "Do you have any senior discounts or unpublished fares?" The agent checks, and suddenly your price drops by $40, or they add flexibility to your ticket at no extra charge. It's like uncovering a secret menu, but for travel. Some seasoned travelers even say airlines quietly honor senior or veteran fares if you ask politely, though they're rarely advertised. Others note that calling can also unlock waived change fees or bonus miles, perks that never appear on your screen. The catch? You have to ask. The system won't hand it to you. But once you know, it feels like having a travel backdoor, less stress on your wallet and more peace of mind in your plans. And speaking of peace, the next perk isn't about money. It's about moving faster and lighter through security. Imagine breezing past the shoe removal shuffle while everyone else fumbles at the scanner. Perk 2. TSA Flex Benefits. Glide through security without the hassle. Here's a stress buster most seniors don't realize exists. Security lines aren't always equal. If you're 75 or older, the TSA quietly gives you special treatment that can save time, energy, and yes, your shoes. Picture this. Instead of fumbling to untie sneakers or wrestling with a belt buckle, you're waved through without removing your shoes, light jacket, or even that small medical device you'd rather not unpack. While everyone else is juggling bins and rushing to repack, you're already collecting your bag and strolling toward the gate. It's not just about convenience, it's about dignity and ease. For travelers with joint pain or slower movement, skipping the airport gymnastics makes the whole journey calmer. And even if you're younger but traveling with an older family member, you may benefit from being grouped with them at screening. Some travelers even say TSA agents go the extra mile, offering extra patience and a friendlier tone with seniors. That small kindness can turn a stressful line into a smooth experience. And if that sounds like a relief, wait until you hear this. The final perk on our list doesn't just save time. It can change the way you move through the entire airport, even if you don't technically need it. Perk 1. Wheelchair Assistance, the hidden shortcut. Few seniors use. Here's a secret many travelers never consider. You don't need to be fully dependent on a wheelchair to request assistance. At most airports, simply asking for wheelchair service unlocks a quiet world of shortcuts. Imagine this. Instead of weaving through crowded terminals or standing in endless security lines, an attendant rolls up with a chair, clears a path, and guides you straight to the front. No rushing, no aching knees, no fear of missing your gate. It's like having a VIP escort, except it's free, and it's your right. And here's the surprising part. The benefit isn't just for those with serious mobility issues. Maybe you're dealing with fatigue, a sore hip, or you just don't want to drag bags through 3 terminals. You can still request help, and no one will second-guess you. The airline provides the chair, and the staff are trained to assist. Travelers often say it's the single most underrated airport perk, especially for seniors flying solo. Not only do you move faster, but you also feel safer knowing someone is with you every step. Plus, your legs won't text you complaints at the end of the day, but we're not finished yet. Because beyond the official perks, there's one bonus advantage almost no one talks about. Something that can save your trip when things go wrong. Bonus perk. The rule airlines rarely advertise. Here's a hidden gem most travelers never stumble across. Sometimes airlines quietly make exceptions to their non-refundable rules, if you know how to ask. Imagine this. You've booked a flight, but suddenly a medical issue pops up. Normally that ticket is gone, the money wasted. But here's the quiet truth. Many airlines have compassionate policies tucked deep in the fine print. If you provide a doctor's note or simply explain the situation, they may waive change fees, issue a credit, or even refund the ticket outright. And it's not just about cancellations. On certain international routes, some airlines allow seniors or veterans to check an extra bag for free, a perk they won't advertise on their website. Travelers often discover this only when they ask at the counter or when a sharp-eyed agent mentions it. These aren't guarantees, but they're possibilities. Possibilities most people never even try. And when they work, the payoff can be huge, saving your trip, your budget, and your peace of mind. Because here's the real lesson in all these perks. The system won't volunteer them. You have to ask, and you have to know they exist. And now that you do, let's wrap this up with the bigger picture. Why these hidden wins add up to something much larger, your golden travel era. So there you have it, 10 hidden travel perks that seniors over 60 can tap into right now. These aren't favors, they're not handouts. They're rights you've earned through years of contributing, traveling, and showing up for life. Airlines don't shout about them because, let's be honest, it's better for their bottom line if you stay in the dark. But now, you know better. This isn't charity, it's your right. You've earned smoother skies, fewer headaches, and the kind of travel experience that lets you focus on the joy of the journey, not the stress of the process. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever scored one of these perks? Or do you know a secret tip we didn't cover? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and check the link in the description for more details.